cover photo to line up correctly and stuff. So, but I am getting ready. I gotta do this quick.
Normal.
All right, let it up.
Get a chance. Get a little spring out.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. Let me see. Sorry guys, but I'm trying to figure out which of them to spool up here. Blue. Now, mm, geez. Oh man. Okay, I wanted to start spooling, but I'm looking at all the paperwork, and Jeff doesn't have written down what colors of braid that they wanted on there. And then the one I do have, the LX Raptor, I don't have the 65-pound in the dark blue. So now I'm gonna have to get with the customer to find that out. And I didn't realize what time it was because I got to leave here at 6:30 because they are holding the desalinization plant meeting tonight at 6:30 at the American Bank Center, guys. So it's yeah, definitely not something that we can miss. We caught my hand over here. So I've got to call this gentleman up and see if I can uh, get him to see if the 50-pound, because I got dark blue, but I got it in 50-pound, not in 65. Actually, let me check my phone to see if I have it on the way. Here we go. So what's up, guys? How y'all doing? I got what's up, Fish in Texas, Curtis, John, Daryl, Ray. Yep. No, I'm jumping through here hoops here, trying to make this go. Mm. Mm. How you doing? This is Albert with Hard Lines Bait and Tackle. I was calling for Joshua. All right, so we got your reel in, and right here on the notes I see 65-pound in the dark blue and 80-pound in chartreuse. However, I don't have 65 in dark blue. I got it in 50-pound. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, this 50, 65, 8 to 80 and or even 100 pound top shot will work. It just, and with the LX, if you do like 65 to 100, you'll get like 700 yards of line on the reel or 650. And if you do like 50 pound to 80 pound, then you'll get closer to 700 or over 700 yards. A little heavier. So I've got 65 in white. Well, that's the other thing too. The reason why we go with like the brighter colors is so we can see the line. But some people want the darker colors because that's what they like. So yellow, okay. Um, let me check. Give me a second. I've got 100 in Top Shot for that, and yeah, I got 100 in the chartreuse. I don't have it in 80 right now. I have started trying to organize all my spools. I got wow, I don't have any empty that I can see. What's up with that? Thought I had. Oh, no, no, because it's already filled up with the backing. That's where you get the line capacity. So you want the truck? Okay, yeah, I could do that. And, oh, actually, I have red in 80. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm live on the channel right now. If you want to check it out, too. Oh, okay. Okay. It'll be. I'll do the 500 yards in the 65, and then after that, I'll start putting the top shot on. So it'll be about 150. I would say about 150 yards. Okay. All right. Well, I'm working on it right now, boss. Yes, sir. Yeah, tomorrow because I'm actually closing early because today's that desalinization meeting at 6:30. So I'm gonna leave here right about 6:10. So I make sure I get over there so I can sign up to speak. Yes, sir. You have a good one. All right. Bye bye. All right, guys. So we got a reel. We're gonna be spooling it. Oh man! All right. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of confusion, but I'm getting it on track. And again, if y'all are just chiming in, guys, yes, this is going to be about an hour-long video. I'm going to spool up what I can while on camera for the guys that are purchasing the reels that cannot be here. And then I'm going to go to the desalinization meeting tonight at 6:30 to go speak on that to let them know that we don't want it. And yeah, yeah. Where you at, MB? I say that you're going to be sending out baits. I know over here in Corpus, it is gusty windy out there. Hold on real quick. Hey, I'll be here right about 6 o'clock. The lights are off. live right now? All right. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Dang. Man, last night is definitely catching up to me today, guys, and it really is. All right, so we're going to do 65 in white here to start out his backing. This is an LX Raptor, and it is a Raptor Classic. And they're now we got to call classics because now they have a Raptor Plus. So, yeah. Dang, Kobe off the beach. That would be freaking fun right there. Mm. Mm. I've not done. I've not done a Kobe off the beach. I've done them off the jetties and off the piers, but not off the beach just yet. But I definitely not. I'm gonna keep fishing it for them. You know, you never know when it could happen. So yeah. What's up, Timothy? How you doing? So again, guys, this is gonna be a short, about 1 hour long video. I gotta go to the meeting today at the American Bank Center for the desalinization project. This is very, very important. And right now, I'm seeing in the news they're reporting that we're about to go to stage 3 restrictions. Yet they still have not said that they are going to be restricting the refineries. They're restricting everybody here in the city, but they're not restricting any of the refineries on how much water they're using on a daily basis, and they use more than any household per minute. Like per minute, they use pretty much what we use in a year. They use per minute, kind of deal. Like, how is that? But the rest of us have to sit here and stop feeding, washing our cars uh, or having any overages for the month and stuff like that. So a big business, they can keep using whatever they want to use. Like, what in the world is the city's malfunction? Oh, that's right. They're being bought out. That's what it is. That's why they don't care about it, because as long as they're getting money into their bank account from being bought out, then they have no worries. And guess what? Y'all keep them voted in. That's so. Not just them, guys. You got to vote them out of office come November, because otherwise we're going to keep dealing with this issue. And they want to say, well, the only way to fix this problem is to have a desalinization plant. But the deal about it is, it's for new businesses. It's not going to solve our water issues right now. So that's what's crazy. But here we go. Got this reel going. I'm going to start spooling it. We'll see how much we can get on here. But this is the 12 strand of the tight line braid, and there we go. Nice. Mm. Yeah, no, it really is, and what a coincidence. They ain't said nothing about the stage 3 water restrictions until today, that they're gonna start doing that on the day that they're trying to talk about the desalinization project. Yeah, but they're still selling to all the surrounding towns and their businesses. They're buying water from us, yet we're being restricted on how much water we can use. No, I don't doubt it, Samuel. I've been hearing all over the place that carp fishing has been in the crapper because of the water levels being so low. And by them just strictly talking about the water conditions and how short we are, they're not telling you how much it's going to cost, and also too that it's not even going to come to us. It's going to big refineries. It's just for them. So yeah. Mm. Well, they've also started gathering signatures and stuff like that. I mean, it's going to take a lot of work, and I mean, there's only a few of us that are battling against it and trying to get the word out there. But we did post up a deal last night to gather signatures, so that way they can walk in there with that kind of information. Um, but again, too, it's going to kill the base. It's going to cook that base system. And I don't even give it not even a year. I'll say 6 to 8 months before that base starts to cook over, because the higher salinity in that area it's going to decimate the whole deal. So actually, refineries are not the reason why Corpus is here, boss. Refineries are here because they come in because of the chip channel, not because of them. And if that was the case, that Corpus exists because of the refineries, then why is it that they keep growing, but the population here in Corpus has not grown in the last 5 to 7 years? So it's not because of them. They're bringing in work and stuff like that, but at the same time, if they're going to come in and expect the water, then they need to follow the same restrictions that you and me follow all the way through. Like, you can't come in and sit there and say, "Oh, we want to come in and bring our business, but we're going to hurt the city." And that's what they're doing right now. They're hurting the city by using up more water than what I mean, per minute, each refinery sucks in and uses up more than like 30 families do for the whole year. They do that per minute. Yet, me and you are being told, "Hey, man, if y'all use X amount of gallons over this month, y'all going to get fined." Why aren't they getting fined? Why aren't they paying the same price that we pay per gallon for what we're using? Like, they are not doing that. They are using whatever they want to use whenever they want to use it, and but we're being told, "Hey, you can't use water." So they're it's not a double-edged sword. It's being bought out and sold to the cheapest bidder. Yep, that's fine. So no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, we could use some big business, but also at the same time, not at the cost of losing our whole bay system, which is going to cause other businesses to go under. Without a bay, without seafood in our area, without the ability to have um, tax dollars come in from residents that don't live here, coming in as tourists or tourist dollars to come in over here and spend their money in our city, then what's going to happen? Our whole economy is going to die out. And then what are they going to have to survive on? All the food, the gas, electricity, um, property taxes, everything's going to go through the roof because they don't have enough to pay for everything. And then they're going to start taxing everybody to make up those ends meet. So it is not one way or the other. It's really, you got to take into consideration what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, and why are we having to pay for it? We're going to pay for it because if something goes wrong on this experimental project, it's an experimental project. It's never been done in the United States, but you're going to let them do it in your backyard? Oh, wait. It's not directly in your backyard. It's in somebody else's backyard, so it makes it okay. No, this is not cool. An environmental impact study has not been done to ensure that whatever they put in place is not going to harm the environment, which they know if they do that, they will prove that it is going to harm the environment. And we are all going to have to pay the price for it being done. One, two, then we're going to have to pay another price of what disaster it causes. And then three, how on the hopes of how to fix that disaster. So right now they're just lining their pockets, trying to get as much money as they can while it's available. And by doing that is by pulling the wool over your eyes. Right now they're saying we're in water restrictions. Well, we wouldn't be in water restrictions if the refineries were held to the same standards as the rest of us are being held when we don't have enough water. See, that is exactly why a lot of people are so mad. They're saying the reason that why they don't need to do the study is because they're saying the government doesn't require it. That is BS. That is BS because if we're asking for it, it needs to be done. It's not just what the federal government does. I mean, look at it right now. They're telling us, the federal government's telling us that we need to unlock the the border. Are we going to listen to them on that one? Hell no. We're closing up that border because just like you and me, we're not going to let somebody come in the side window whenever the hell they want into our house. So on that same respect, guys, they're, even if they say we do or we don't, we know it needs to be done in order to protect our current bay, our current environment that is out there that we know and we fully depend on, as not just here in Corpus. You got to think, Rockport, Rockport, Port Aransas, Aransas Pass, um, all of those surrounding towns around this enclosed bay are also going to be struck with this deal. It's not just us, it's all of them as well. So it is definitely not something that we can take lightly and stand by and just be okay. We'll just do whatever you say. Hell no. But I do have to make another phone call real quick. I got to call another customer. Give me just a second. Damn it, I went down the wrong the wrong tube. Hello, this is Albert with Hard Lights Bait and Tackle. Oh, awesome. Well, I've got your reels in play or ready to be spooled up. We just don't have colors of the line to go on.
Here in advance. So now, what do you suggest to me?
Oh, okay. So you're not real particular on what color of braid is on there?
Well, actually, I wanted to go with in the purple one in the MX. I want to go with like the chartreuse.
Okay, for the top end or all the way through?
I'm asking, what did you suggest? Well, I would like a warning that to let me know, hey, if I am getting spooled.
Yes. Okay, so on that note, we can do three different colors. And the reason why I say three different colors is because the warning has to be something completely different than your top shot and your backing.
Yes, sir.
And then obviously when you get into your Top Shot, you want that same warning to know that, hey man, I'm in my higher test line.
Okay.
So with that being said, I have, I got 50 pound in chartreuse. I have white and 65 pound. I have, I can do the red and 6 and 50 as well. That could be your inner warning right there.
Okay.
You know, that'll be the first braid that goes on. And then for the MXL, we could put 50 pound on top of that and go to 80. So you go 50 to 80, and that'll give you great line capacity right there. The 80 pound, I actually have in white. Or no, I have it in red. That's the only bad thing. No, I don't. I'm looking right now. I got 100 pound in chartreuse is what I have. Ooh, yeah. No, I got 100 pound in chartreuse.
So it's only 100 pound in chartreuse.
Yes.
Oh, is it a problem if I was to wait till you get it in?
No, I could do that. And actually, right.
I'm willing to wait. Like I said, I'm willing to wait because I know the rod still got to be built, so I'm willing to wait.
Okay, so what I could do at the minimum is at least do the 50 pound backing to get that on the spool, since I'm about to spool up right now. And then that way, when it does, the top end does come in, then I can get that set up.
Okay.
And then on the LX, you have a blue LX, and I can do the red backing for the 50 and then go to 65 on top. And then I can put the 100 pound chartreuse on that one since it's a bigger reel.
Okay, I have one more question on that one. Do you have the fluorescent orange, the highlight orange? You had a highlight orange in your shop the other day when I came, when it was like over in the corner, and it was like brighter than the other orange.
I am looking right now. I got 60 pound in orange, yes. But I don't have it in 100. Let's double check. Yeah, no, I don't have 100 in orange right now. I did last week. I know I did because I spooled it on, but I don't have any right now.
Are you gonna get it in?
Yes. Oh yeah. No, I'll get that in. Okay, so you want you?
I don't like to rush anything.
Nope.
As my other kid, when I rush everything, I happen to screw it up. So.
Right, no worries. But I got to get you on the phone to confirm these colors before I do anything as well. So.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I was watching it today when I told my girl, I said, my reels came in. She was like, how do you know? I said, shit, I was watching this live.
I seen it.
So you just sit there and watch. I said, yo, because I work in propane. And it's like, I have a bunch of downtime. So it's like, I watch a bunch of videos.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm writing these notes down. And okay, so on the MXL, sorry, I didn't write down the original one. We're doing 50 pound in red, 50 pound in chartreuse, and then the 80 pound. What color did you want on that one again?
On the MXL?
Yeah, on the MXL.
If it could be well, if the chartreuse can be the top end, that'd be fine.
Oh, okay. So then I'll put 80 pound chartreuse. And what do you want for your backing?
Whatever you suggest on that one.
Okay. I can get orange, white. If you're looking for high vis, it'll be orange, white. Yeah, those are the two to pick from.
On the back end, well actually the back end, the back end is not so much of a problem. I really don't mind what color the back end is. This is, it's more of the top shot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of the top shot.
All right. So we'll put 80 pound chartreuse on the MXL, and then on the LX, you want the same thing, right?
Yeah, but I wanted in the top shot to be orange.
Okay. Orange. All right. And then the backing, do you care the same way on that one?
No, yeah, I don't care about the backing now.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go and set those up right now, and I'm actually live right now, so you can check it out.
Okay. All
All right, later, boss. Cool beans. All right, guys. So we got about 20 more minutes. Yeah, it's going to have to be tomorrow, Billy, because I'm getting ready to leave here in about 20, 25 minutes. And so we're going to do this first reel, which will be this purple MXL, which is beautiful. There you go. There you go. Right there. Getting that. Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, guys. So real quick, if y'all are just getting in, we were talking about the desalinization plant that they're trying to shove down our throats. And I say it like that because they want us to pay for this desal plant to come into the city, ruin our water, and then on top of that, make us pay for it. And we're not going to benefit from it. We're not going to have any kind of that water come to the city. It's going to refineries. That's where the biggest catch is. And then the next one is they want to suck in water over here, 900 feet apart, which is only three football fields, which is not very far because we cast that distance. The other guys do. I don't. I haven't gotten to 900 feet yet, but I'm close. But that gives you an idea. Like, it's not that far if I'm almost able to hit it with a cast. So, with that being said, do you really think that that area is going to recover from that much saline going back into it? And you got to remember when we posted this information up there about the desalinization process. They have to put in heavy metals into the water to make the fresh water separate from the salt water, and then that brine that they create out of that, the leftover heavy salted water, is going to be reinserted back into the environment. Not even 900 feet away. Like, there's no way the bay is ever going to recover from a hit like that, especially when there's not enough water to come in and desalinate it. And so what's going to end up happening, it's going to cook the bay, which is going to destroy the whole ecosystem, which is going to destroy marine habitat above and below water surface, which means it's also going to create environments which algae and plankton, or mostly algae, and the algae blooms are what's really going to cause havoc on human health here. We're going to have those brown tides and probably red tides worse than we've ever seen, because the amount of material that's in the water that's going to feed that kind of system. So, for everybody that lives around those bays, both north, south, east, and west of the Bay of Corpus Christi, if you're anywhere near there, you're going to be in the direct line of fire from all that air pollution that's going to happen when all of that starts to go into effect. Oh, but you're going to be okay because you're getting water or we're paying for the water that we're not getting. So I'm sorry, guys. We have to stand up and tell these guys who are crooked in office, selling the city of Corpus out. And it's horrible, guys. It really is. And that's because it's Paula, the mayor of Corpus Christi, said she would vote against this if you voted her into office. She got voted into office and now has been bought out. She's now singing different tunes. She's voting for the water desalinization project. So here we go. It is. Oh man, it's a major, major struggle here, guys. It really is. The inlet and outlet will be placed in the closed bay. It's going to be in the Bay of Corpus Christi. I actually posted up in prior videos, and it's all the way over here in the back bay kind of deal. Where they want to put the location, it's over here by Hillcrest. So you can't tell me there's enough water inflow and outflow from that area to dissipate the whole brine through the Bay of Corpus Christi out to the Gulf of Mexico. We know it doesn't happen because it currently doesn't happen right now with our bay. Like, why do you think we get red tide? Or we haven't got red tide in a minute, but brown tide that comes in and chokes up the bay. It literally will kill the bay for months at a time, where it's a complete dead zone. There's zero water oxygen in that water system because there's no movement of water. So how are they going to sit there and tell us that, oh yeah, there's enough water inflow and outflow to dissipate the amount of brine that they're going to be putting in? There's not, because if there was, we would have never had the problem of brown tide in the Bay of Corpus Christi, and we have it year in, year out. It kills the bay. It's already known as the death triangle in the Corpus Christi Bay. If you don't believe me, Google it, guys. It kills everything in that triangle area. So if that is the case, how can you tell me there's enough water to dissipate this brine solution that they're trying to install back into the system? Not going to happen. Yep. Nope, no doubt. What's up, Carl? For life? Oh, man. Yeah, but I will be there tonight, guys. I'm going to go live again for that meeting so you can hear everything that is said. And I truly want to see those guys that are voting for this to take their families over there if it gets voted in, and take their families and go over there and go swim in that water, or be okay with eating food from that water when while it's still in play, because it ain't going to be very long before all of it starts to die. So it is. It's a very scary situation, guys. And all the ones that are saying, vote for it, are only saying that because they're under the false illusion that, that's the only way to solve our water problem. It's not going to solve our water problem. All it's going to do is give more water to businesses that are coming in, and we're still going to be in drought conditions. It's not solving it. That's the main deal right there. It's not solving anything. So. All right, here we go, guys. Now I'm going to 50. Oh, that looks beautiful on this reel. Sorry. See, Dusty, there's also a deal that was set up. A gentleman created a way to, and he's already been testing it, and he's already been creating water for a quarter of the price without none of the hazardous fallback that the current systems have. What it does is it sucks in oxygen, and it separates water from oxygen in that way. And it's so safe. He's actually been doing it in communities that were in need of water and supplying those communities with water. But they were giving him crap about it because they knew that he was doing it for pennies on the dollar. And those businesses that wanted them in those areas to pay for water weren't getting the business that they were hoping would happen, and so they started sabotaging his gear. So I actually got with Captain Blair, and he met the original inventor of all of that, and he has actually forwarded emails to them to try to get to the county and the TCEQ to get them to look at this other viable source of creating water that has zero backlash from harming the environment. So why are they still so dead set on a desalinization plant that's going to cost probably 10 times as much and will be a never-ending bottomless pit, because anything built in salt water or with salt water is always going to keep deteriorating. Now, the system that he has created also allows them to use. They can use gas, they can use methane, they can use propane, they can use electricity, they can use uh, green energy as well. You can be charged with. Uh, I'm so brain dead right now, but they can use the sun rays, solar power. It can be ran with solar power. So with all that being said, like how I don't understand why they haven't looked at that as well. Oh, that's right. Okay. Because they've already been paid for by the companies that want this desalinization project in here. So that way they can pocket a lot more money, because it's going to cost a crap ton of money to build. So they're going to be getting kickbacks. And I'm pretty positive if there was a way to figure out who's getting kickbacks from this desal plant going into effect, it would truly show you who's getting pocketed from this event. All right, there we go. See, and they were telling them that they wanted it out in the Gulf. Like, why don't they do it out in the Gulf of Mexico? But make these refineries and companies that are wanting all this water, because it's not coming to the city, it's coming to the refineries. That's where the catch is, guys. They're telling, oh, it's going to help. No, it's not. It's not going to deal with the current water situation. It's going to refineries that are trying to come in and use more water. Well, the city doesn't have enough water, so they're trying to find ways to get more water to suck in more businesses. But here's the bigger catch. When it fails and destroys whatever it destroys, the reason they want the city to pay for it is because when it happens, who are they going to sue at that point? They're not going to sue the city, because who's paying for it? We are, as the city, the city residents. We voted for it, or they voted for it, and we didn't have a choice. But they are going to force it upon us, because when it fails and it destroys the habitat, there will be nobody to sue. But if those companies pay for it and it fails and destroys anything, then they will be sued. They will be held liable. Why do you think they do not want to pay for it? And why do you think they keep saying, oh, it's not going to do nothing? Of course, every big business that is making tens of millions or billions of dollars per day of being in business don't want to pay for it, because they know there's a liability that it's going to come back to them. And they don't want it. That's why they're passing it off to us. And like sheep, they are following it. I can't believe I used that word, but yes, I the guys that are voting for this or see this as the only way to fix things are sheep right now, because they are only looking at, the water shortage. Well, they're not looking how much it's going to cost, or what it's going to take to get there, what it's going to destroy along the way. So, yep. Nice. Well, what do you think the Bay of Corpus Christi is, boss? The Bay of Corpus Christi, and even the Laguna Madre, has a higher salinity level than the Gulf of Mexico. It's so high that it's known that it's almost like the Dead Sea, where if you were to go out there, you won't drown because of the high salinity level. I remember this from marine biology when we went over there. They were saying that, virtually everybody can float in that bay, because the salinity level is so high that you can float. But you take it to this level, it's that's how you make brined bait, so they stay on your hook longer. It basically makes them into beef jerky. It cooks them. It's a chemical burn that cooks the bait and makes it tough, so that way it stays on your hook longer. That's what we do when we want to make shrimp stronger and last longer on the hook, is by doing it like that. It's exactly what it's doing to the whole bait system. And so what does that mean? We're not going to have any more fresh shrimp, fresh fish. It's going to kill it there. And then all the shrimp boats that are in the bay are going to have to start going out to the Gulf, which means the shrimp's going to start costing about 10 times as much, because now they're going to have to travel even further to go get that same amount of product. And again, once it starts creating that brown tide, they're not even going to want to work, because that means they will have to work in those environments. And many of them are older in age and they won't be able to. So what's going to end up happening? They'll have to end up selling their shrimp dealer license or whatever, and on the hopes that somebody will take over and start actually going out there and catching shrimp. But again, they'll have to go out to the Gulf, deep into the Gulf, to make it happen. The Wandering Croc. Oil it up. Oil what up? All right, guys, we got about 5 or 10 more minutes, and then I got to roll. So more than likely, as soon as I get done doing the next splice on this one and spooling it, we're going to have to call it a day, because I got to make sure to get over there to get signed in before 6:30 to make sure that we are good to go for it. Oh, man. But, yeah, this is definitely a very dangerous situation for the city of Corpus Christi and surrounding areas. Um, it's the reels are all brand new. And it's probably also not too just the reel. It could be the drum up here that's never been oiled since I've been here, or since I've had the system. So, yeah. Yeah. Hey, T, I'm leaving here in about 10 minutes, boss. I got another meeting I got to go to. Yeah, Dusty, I'll get with you tomorrow, boss. Today was just one crazy day with everything I had going on and the meetings I had to attend to and stuff. And I didn't even get to make it over to where I needed to go as well. Um, and even I needed to go somewhere else, and I still can't even make it over there, because I know if I go over there, I'm going to spend a lot more time. So I figure I'll go and jump on a couple of these. But yeah, all, what is it, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 12 or 13 of them reels need to be spooled up, and a bunch of them have mono top shots that he's got certain amount of yardage increments that he wants. So I'm gonna have to spool those up with mono first, and then add the braid on top of that, and go from there. So okay, let's go. All right, so that's 100 yards, 50-pound 12 strand, and I'm going to 65-pound hollow core 12 strand tight line right now. Mm. It is. It is. I mean, I'd rather be busy productive than busy, trying to make stuff happen. There's a big difference in that, when you don't have no business going in or out and you're trying to figure out how to make it happen. But I do appreciate everybody that signed the petition last night, guys, and throughout the day. If y'all haven't signed it, it's on my community page. The link is there to sign, say no to desal. And like I said, there's other ways to make it happen. They're just not even looking at it. And that's what's making this really dangerous. Um, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of that gentleman real quick. See if he can give me a quick rundown of who to talk to and where to go and stuff like that. So, huh? Monday after 5. We're gonna be here. Monday after 5? Um, Actually, no. I'll be leaving to Houston on Monday. Schedule's Monday, Friday. It's at 5 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. If I'm not here after 5, then it'll probably end up being Tuesday, or. Which is like days. Well, I'm going to Houston, and I don't know if anybody's going to be here to keep the shop open. You know what I mean? So more than likely, I'll have to close for those days, and so we'll see. I mean, if I don't leave, I know I got to meet with the guy on Monday because I'm filling up another taco shop, and I might end up staying Monday into Tuesday and then come back Wednesday. So more than likely it'll be Wednesday, but if we do that, then it'll probably only be one day next week. So, all right, later, bro. Mm-mm-mm. Man, these reels look so beautiful when they get dressed up for the dance. Later, boss. There we go. That's 500 yards. Now I just got to wait for the top shot that he wants to come in, and we'll get her done. So, oh, that's 3 reels that are down. And I'll show you everything else that I got to do, but I'm going to have to wait till probably later on tonight, if not tomorrow. But yeah, 50/50 HXWs, another MXL, SXJ, right? MXJ, and then JX, MXL, and HXW. And I think I might have to spool that one too. That was one of the reels that came back. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. But I will go live at the meeting once it kicks off and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. I'll try to answer questions by texting them into the deal, but I won't be acting directly with the channel. But we'll see what's up. Later, guys.